admit it. And I got interested in this after I had to do a presentation in 8th grade psychology on it. And it really got me thinking about why people lie and how to spot lying. And Alison Cornett recorded the studies of Dr. DiPaolo in the 1990s, and he found these surprising statistics. 75% of people would repeat the same lie again if given another chance, because most of these lies are just like little white lies, and you would mostly do them on a day-to-day basis. 10 to 20% are more likely to lie that something is good rather than something is bad. Like, oh, I really love those cupcakes you got me yesterday. Instead of, oh, I'm not voting for him, I really, really hate the guy. And most people lie once or twice a day. And some of the common reasons for lying, based on Dr. Susan Kress and Ellie Sullivan, are the most likely one is to keep something hidden. Most people want to keep something hidden from someone else, and that's most of the reasons for lying. The most common lie, though, is to reinforce or rationalize in your previous lies, because we want to tell ourselves that we didn't lie, so we'll keep lying about the same lie. The third one is false memories. You gain false memories because you've reinforced the lie so much that you end up believing it yourself, and you don't realize when you're telling someone false. Due to fear, most people lie due to fear. They fear for themselves or for someone else. And self-satisfaction. You're likely to lie in a job interview or on a resume saying that you did better than you actually are, trying to appear more humble than you actually are. And the police and the FBI use lie detection methods all the time to help catch criminals, and it's become really important in our society based on that sole purpose. And these are some of the methods they use to help catch people in lies. Whenever you lie, you tend to look in the direction of your dominant hand. It's just that way. And so whenever you're trying to visually construct something, like you're trying to make up a lake whenever you're telling someone a lie, you're going to look toward your dominant hand and up. Whenever you're trying to construct audio, you tend to look to the side of your dominant hand. And lastly, emotional construction, you tend to look down, like whenever you're lying about how you're feeling, like saying you love someone when you don't. And skilled liars tend to make a lot of eye contact because they don't want you noticing where they're looking. Facial touching is another one that people have. They tend to cover their eyes, or they tend to cover their mouth whenever they're lying, so you don't see their real expression. They tend to rub the back of their neck, or pull at their ear, or rub at their eye. It's mostly like these nervous habits that people do whenever they're lying. And lastly, David Lambert wrote that Desmond Morris, the author of Man Watching, said foot movement is the most non-realized trait that people do when they're lying. They tend to move their feet because when you're lying, you don't tend to think about how your feet are moving. Most people will start fidgeting and tapping because they're nervous about something or someone, and they really want to get out of there. And another thing is that people make escape movements with their legs, and they tend to point their feet toward the door or the nearest exit because they're nervous and they really, really want to get out of there. And that's the most one that people miss, but the police utilize that a lot because most skilled liars tend to use their hands and their eyes. And so, yeah, that's basically it. Police and the FBI use these lie detection methods all the time, and that's what helps catch a lot of killers and robbers and stuff, and that's why it's important to know how to do that.